So, how do you know what you want? It's a good question. How do I know what I want? What is the best course of action? Hmm. For example, I think that getting tattoos on one of my arms, say like my forearm, would benefit me greatly. I would increase my chances of, say, attaining woman, right? So does that mean I want to get a tattoo? How do you know if you genuinely want to do something? Because regardless, okay, so let's say for example, there were movies and TV shows constantly broadcasting suicide as a way out of bad problems. So say it has person A, he's going through a rough life, there's dilemmas in his life and he feels like it's overwhelming, kills himself. Later on, different movie, same outcome. Anytime there's something on foreign and person wants to get out of the situation, they kill themselves, right? Just an example. So does that mean, wouldn't that have an impact on everyone that watches those TV shows and movies? And now we would think that killing yourself is the way out, right? So in that scenario, when we watch TV shows or we watch YouTubers or whatnot, and these guys have, say, tattoos or earrings or whatever, and now we are subconsciously interpreting everything that we see, and it's obviously hypnotizing and programming us in whatever way that we can't even pick up, and that would, and also what we do pick up, so subconsciously and consciously, right? So the thing is, now that we watched all this content, what do we want? Do we just want to be like those people to try and get the same outcomes? Is that like a genuine one for ourselves as people? Or is that just us thinking that's what we should be doing? Or even exactly what we should do to get a desired outcome, from say point A to point B, by following the same path that that person took. Is that what we want to do? Is that the definition of what we want? We see someone that we like have an amazing life. Say your parents, for example, if your parents married or not, I don't know, but I'm just giving an example. So say our parents were happily married, they married their first love, right? So does it make us more inclined to want to be married to our first love, or does it make us think that marrying your first love is what we should do, or what is the right thing to do? And then we watch TV shows or digest content that shows us that same men, for example, should have multiple women or should have a lot of experience before settling down. So now does that make us want that? Or is that what we just think we should do? How do we even know what we genuinely want? And differentiate that between what we should do. And then the next question is, what should we do? What should we do? What is the thing that we actually should do? There's so many options. What should we do? That's the question. We don't know what to do. How are we supposed to know what to do? It has so much information now that you can't even figure out what you want to do for yourself. Do you know what you want? And if you say you think you know what you want, then how could you know what you want? You as an identity, as your identity, as yourself, as your own person, with your specific upbringing and your specific parents and your specific neighborhood and your specific country or state or whatnot, how are you still so similar to this person that you want to be like? Are you just that common? I don't think so. I hope not. So the thing is, what do you want? How do we know what we want? I don't know. I confuse myself. I don't know what is the right thing to do. What is the right thing to do? I don't understand. How do you know what you want? It's just something that you're supposed to feel. Because I feel like I want to do a bunch of things. Yet, for some reason, when I do some things, it isn't fulfilling. So that's another question. What will fulfill us? Is it one specific or two specific or three specific things that fulfills everyone? And we all just supposed to follow the same principles and have a similar life path because that's what humans are designed to be doing with their life? Is it just something that we all look for, a similar feeling that makes us fulfilled? What is it? Where even is happiness? I'm not chasing happiness, but I'm just saying, like, what makes us feel fulfilled, or what even makes us feel anything at all? What makes us feel? How do we even know when we experience emotion? I don't get it. I genuinely don't. How do you know what's real from what's not? What is manufactured versus what is authentic? And when I say that, I mean relationships or even ideas or personality traits or anything that you think or you claim as your own identity. Is that actually you? Did you come up with those ideas yourself? Or is the authentic version of any particular person just omnipresent in every other person that you've already interacted with in your lifetime so far? Is it just that? It's just hard to figure out. We have so many choices. So many. We have so many choices every day. So many choices. With so many options, what is the right option? What is the right option? There's so many options. Okay, some of you might be thinking, Sam, what options is there? Okay, wake up early. It has so many options for it. Okay, so let's say you wake up. You can literally do anything you want. Run, exercise, study, learn a new skill, do photography for, follow people for, mess people. You can do infinite things. What is the right thing to do? Like, there's so much luck involved with a lot of things, actually. That's the only way I could try and explain it, honestly. Because if you juxtapose any particular activity with another, there's always pros and cons to each. So what do you know would be best for you? Or even if you did know that, at the end of the day, would you even enjoy something just because you know it would have the most use out of your time? How do you even know when is the right time to do anything? How do you know when you actually feel anything? How do you know when you feel like you want something? How do you know when you feel there's so many parts for a brain that screams different things all the time? So for example, you have an assignment due and one part of your brain is telling you, no, let's watch Netflix. The next part telling you, okay, let's learn to pick up girls on YouTube. Next part telling you, okay, no, we need to do the assignment right now. Next part saying, well, we did some work earlier today. Let's chill, do the assignment later. Next part saying, well, we could do the assignment the night before. There's so many different things going on all the time in your brain, like so many different things. What is true? Which part of you is actually telling the truth? Should you actually just do it right now? Are you even tired from the night before? Are you actually feeling that way? Or is it just self deluding yourself to believe that is okay and you could relax right now? Like, are you just making excuses? Or are we just trying to figure out another way to sigh up our own brain to do what we want to do? And want, I use that term very loosely now, because what do we want? Do we actually want to do the work, but because of so many things that we've been interpreting and being hypnotized by on social media or whatever, make us think that we actually don't want to do that? Which one is it? What do you want? And how do you know what you want?